I'm not trying to do spoilers, but the ending of this movie, how early on, how tough was it to reach the ending of this movie and figure out how this whole resolution was going to be resolved? You know what I mean?
I think, when we were working on both Infinity War and Endgame, the first thing we did was break the ending of Endgame because we wanted to know where we were going. It's very hard to tell a story if you don't know where you're going. So we have a very specific process with Markus and McFeely where we spend months in a room just talking about like a 3-page outline. So we just, literally like page 1 is Act 1, page 2 is Act 2, page 3 is Act 3. Because you have to know in a contained document like that, here's where we start, here's what happens in the middle, here's where it ends. And if you know that, then it's a lot easier to get to a script. It's a more malleable format to work in a short outline like that and spend your time talking about it and thinking through it. So we knew fairly early on how this was going to end.
One of the things is, I would imagine that there's going to be some pretty dramatic stuff that happens in the third act of this movie. And I also think that the audience is going to be, losing things that they have really come to love. How much are you sort of, and I'm trying to phrase this so you can actually talk about it.
Right.
At the end, is there going to be sort of like that time where it's like the big stuff has happened and we can sort of spend time with the characters, grieving and coming to terms with whatever's happened? Or how much are you thinking about that when you're crafting?
You can't
it?
answer that question either way, only because it would imply something. Something happened in this movie.
But I will say this about our process in general, not necessarily specific to that, but it's, we don't really look, for as much as we love the audience, and we really do love the audience, one of our favorite things about being filmmakers is experiencing a movie that we've made with the audience. We don't really think about the audience while we're crafting the story. We generally only think about our own reaction to the story we're telling. And we use that as our meter for the choices that we should make in terms of how we structure the story, where we spend time, where we don't spend time. So I would say that, so in general, that question that you asked, it's really our tastes and our emotional reaction that we're having is what guides us through it.